No visit to Alanya in Turkey is complete without a trip to Alanya Castle and the Red Fort. So sit back, relax, and allow James, Judy and Roger from Jet Set Journeys to explain all about the history and why you should visit too. You can get either a return ticket or a single ticket. We decided to get the single ticket just to help us to get to the top of the hill where the castle is based. It would be about, they say, a 5-kilometre walk up the hill to get there, which you can do if you are very fit. You can also get there by taxi or private car hire. You can hire a scooter or a bike. We did even see one person running to the top of the hill, but it is hard work. Despite there being a couple of horror stories recently about people getting stuck on these funiculars, we decided to get a one-way ticket to the top and then make our own way back.
Stop talking about the ones that were. It's fine. We said, well, at least it's been put right.
Yes.
And then the other day, broke again.
Oh.
No, we're not. These are amazing. Water tanks.
Сейчас подъедет. Вот наверх смотри, отсюда.
James says we'll be.
It says here we can roll and play again.
Gravity will help us get down again.
I always think it's more difficult to
Yeah.
walk down than not.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
As you heard there, we did share our cable car with a lady who was very afraid of heights. And as I mentioned earlier, there had been a couple of horror stories in the press about people getting stuck on cable cars in Turkey. So that might have added to her stress. However, it was honestly a really enjoyable ride and we got amazing views. So I would recommend this form of transport. Once at the top of the hill, we are then free to walk around all of the paths, and it is quite an extensive site. It's all made with this boardwalk, which makes walking really easy and safe as well with the railings, so it is suitable for children too. However, I'm not sure that it would be suitable for wheelchairs because there are quite a lot of steps, so definitely check that out before you travel. But for the average person, it's definitely very doable. So you've got fantastic views from these platforms, lots of places to stop and take pictures. You're not rushed at all. You can take as much time as you like. You could even spend the whole day here. Bring a picnic, bring plenty of water. It is boiling hot up there. We're visiting during May, but if you come at the peak of the season, it can be absolutely roasting. So from September onwards, it starts to cool down, so it's going to be more achievable to do hiking trips like this. But in the peak of the season, it may be too hot, to be quite honest with you. So Alanya Castle was built in the 2nd century BC by the Greeks, and it was initially called Colosseum. It was conquered by the Romans, the Byzantines and the Seljuk Turks throughout history. Seljuk Sultan Ayedin Keykubat I had it extensively renovated in the 13th century. That gave it its current impressive form. And there's plenty of gruesome facts about this place. Public executions and displays of severed heads were very common deterrents during Seljuks rule. Both Alanya Castle and the Red Fort stand as testaments to Alanya's strategic importance and its turbulent past. They offer us a glimpse into a time of warfare, conquest, and harsh punishments. The Islamic influence is apparent wherever you look in Turkey, and at the top of this hill, it is no exception. The architecture is very interesting, and it's also interesting to learn about different cultures. As well as exploring the castle, we were quite surprised at the variety of shops and stalls available at the top of this hill. There's a wide variety of local crafts, clothing and other items that you can purchase. There's also refreshments, food available and plenty of WCs available for a small charge. So this is truly an experience that we would recommend to everybody who visits Alanya. Here are 10 different ways that the castle has taken souls. Number 1. Public executions. During the Seljuk rule in the 13th century, several severed heads were displayed on spikes as a brutal deterrent. Number 2. Dungeon depths. Prisoners of the castle faced very harsh conditions, with torture and likely death within the castle's dark dungeons. Number 3. Siege savagery. The castle endured numerous sieges throughout history, with battles resulting in countless casualties on both sides. Number 4. Pirate plunder. Alanya-based pirates were known for their severe brutality, subjecting their captive enemies to torture and execution. Number 5. Treacherous plots. Power struggles within the castle walls have led to assassinations and bloody battles for control. Number 6. Unlucky sailors. Shipwrecks on the Alanya coast during storms could result in capture, enslavement, or even death. Number 7. Plague's grip. Disease outbreaks within the castle walls could have been devastating, with limited sanitation and medical care. Number 8. Famine's fury. Food shortages during sieges or disruptions in trade routes could have led to starvation within the castle. Number 9. Accidental deaths. Construction accidents during the castle's expansion or repairs could have resulted in fatalities. Number 10. Execution by catapult. This was a particularly gruesome punishment involving launching condemned individuals over the castle walls using a catapult. The view from the castle is beautiful today. However, it really did have a bloody past, with many different methods of execution being used over the years. Methods include beheading. This was a common method with the severed head displayed on a spike as a grim warning. Crushing. Large stones or heavy objects could be used to crush a prisoner. Impalement. Victims were forced onto a sharpened stake, leading to a slow and agonizing death. Hanging. This method was likely used for both public executions and within the castle walls. And walling up. In rare cases, prisoners might be sealed alive within the castle walls, a particularly horrific punishment. The possibility of being spared depended on several factors. Social status. High-ranking prisoners or those with valuable skills might be offered a chance to redeem themselves through forced labour or conversion. Ransom. In some cases, families could ransom captured loved ones, with the price depending on their social standing. Military necessity. Skilled fighters or engineers captured during sieges could be offered to join the winning side. Whims of the Sultan. Ultimately, the Sultan or whoever held power within the castle held the ultimate decision on a prisoner's fate. And beyond this point, you do have to pay extra if you want to learn even more about the castle. But at this point, I was really ready to start our journey back down and explore around the area where there is the Red Fort and the Marina, which are also must-see places. It's worth noting that all you see in this video is completely free of charge. We didn't pay any extra to enter Alanya Castle itself. Everything can be observed from outside the castle, so it's quite a good value for money trip, especially if you get here by bus instead of paying for a taxi. And sorry to harp on about it, but just look at these wonderful views. You literally must visit Alanya Castle to see these amazing views for yourself. 1080 pixels does not do it any justice. And of course, as well as history, it's also an awesome spot for nature with a wide variety of both trees, plants, flowers, and also animals. We saw hens, cats, birds, all sorts of nature, which makes it a wonderful experience as well. If you want to support the locals, this is also a great opportunity to get some souvenirs or even sample some local delicacies, because several family-run businesses operate around the castle site. And here we spotted the Holland America Line cruise ship docked at Alanya. And just down there you will see the Red Fort with its interesting octagonal design. The Red Tower is called Kızılkule. Kızılkule translates to Red Tower, but some believe the name also has a darker origin. Legend tells a tale of a sultan who imprisoned his daughter in the tower after she fell in love with a man he disapproved of. Another version claims a rebellion was crushed within the tower, and the spilled blood dyed it all red. While these are likely colourful stories, the tower's red bricks are the most likely explanation for its name. And it's more than just a watchtower. The Red Tower wasn't just for surveillance. It also housed a garrison of soldiers and functioned as a lighthouse, guiding ships safely into the harbour. During peacetime, the tower even served as a storage facility for naval supplies. And it was a prison with a view. While not its primary purpose, the Red Tower did serve as a prison at times. Imagine the unique experience of being locked up in a historic tower with stunning sea views. However, the small chambers and lack of ventilation likely made it a rather unpleasant stay. An escape from the Red Tower took place. Legend claims a daring escape from the Red Tower. A prisoner supposedly used ropes made from palm leaves to climb down the tower and disappear into the night. The truthfulness of the story is debatable, but it adds to the tower's aura of intrigue. From a tower to a museum. Today, the Red Tower is a museum open to visitors. You can climb the winding stairs and enjoy panoramic views of Alanya. The museum exhibits showcase the tower's history and the Seljuk era's naval architecture. Keep an eye out for a small hole near the base of the tower. Local lore suggests it was used to secretly dispose of unwanted guests, a story that adds another layer of mystery to the Red Tower. If you do decide to walk down from the top of the hill like we did, don't worry too much about the way, because most routes will take you down. You're going to either reach Cleopatra Beach on one side, or you're going to reach Alanya Harbour on the other side. As long as you head downwards, then you will find your way. So really don't worry if you've not got internet access. It is difficult to get internet out here in Turkey, especially if you are on a UK network, because remember, Turkey is outside of Europe, so therefore we don't have roaming agreements. But really, it's not a problem. We just followed these cats and we did find the way back with no problem whatsoever, apart from it being so boiling hot. So make sure you bring plenty of drink with you and pack some snacks as well for that much needed energy. Phew, what a day! Cable car to the castle, breathtaking views, and a walk down that definitely challenged our calves. And then the Red Tower, flying the drone around that historic landmark, getting those epic drone shots. They were something else. But hold on, the Alanya adventure isn't over yet. Next video we're going spelunking. That's right, we're heading down into the mysterious Damlatus cave, rumoured to have healing powers. Pretty cool, huh? So make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss out on that subterranean adventure. And hit that notification bell while you're at it, so you'll be the first to know when the next video drops. Leave a comment below too, and let me know what other hidden gems I should explore in Alanya. Maybe there's a secret beach you know about. I thought he was going to kidnap you then.